This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Top beer, top beer, top beer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Top Beer, Top Brewery Edition, which we've been doing, which I think is a nice format. It's a low-pressure format. We just pick a brewery, pick different, beers from said brewery, and, see how we like those beers. With me tonight, as always, is Mr. Timothy Robert Buckner. Timothy, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing phenomenal, Adrian. I am here at my house. It's where I usually record the show, which is nice for me. I have had a rough couple of weeks, but I talked about that even just the other day today on Burning Spirits. Only to get into that again. I'm excited to just drink some beers, have some fun.
You don't want to give us the Reader's Digest version?
No. It's just been work, man. You know how work goes.
Yeah, I know.
How you been, Adrian?
I've been good. I think it's going good so far. I got it really quick. This is completely off topic, but I have to ask you this: do you know what Pinterest is?
Yeah.
Do you use it at all?
No, not very much.
So there's
I
so
made
much.
an account.
Yeah, I mean, you should use it sometime. Like, there's like everything is on there. It seems like you just never run out of content on there. Like, you can go in a deep rabbit hole of just stuff that's cool. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. Do you know what the vaporwave aesthetic is? Have you heard of vaporwave at all?
No.
So it's just like
No,
this
I don't know.
sort of like retro 80s, like very, Miami Vice style type of like aesthetic. And there's like so much of it on, like, I could just be here for hours just going down, just finding so much stuff for it. So I don't know. I recommend you check it out. Also, which people should check out, people who are listening right now, we have a Discord channel. I just tweeted out the link, so
Yeah.
we're going to try to tweet that out as much as we can. You can actually add us on Discord. You can add the show, Lucha Undead, which is the account that I'm using. Tim, I believe you're using your own account, which is eTarget. I don't know how you say
eTarget.
it. eTarget, which is E in the word target minus the A.
Yep.
So that's an easy way to remember it. So check us out on there. And, of course, we're doing Top Beer. Check us out on Untapped, the Untapped app. So follow us on the Untapped app at Lucha and at Della Boots. Check out what we're drinking. But anyway, Tim, let's get started. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. What brewery do you have tonight?
Well, how about you start with yours, because I'm having trouble with my mouse.
Oh, okay. I have.
There we go.
This is a brewery that we've, I think, had on the show before, based out of Bend, Oregon. This is Dechutes Brewing Company. Deschutes Brewing Company, based out of Bend, Oregon. The first beer I have from them is the Inversion IPA. You've had Deschutes, right, Tim?
Yeah, I've had quite a few.
Pretty decent brewery, I would say.
This is the Diversion, you said?
The Inversion IPA.
Inversion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got an 80. Its IBU score is 8. Not IBU score. Its IBU number is 80. It's got a 6.8% ABV. And I'm using a can opener tonight to open my beers because I do not have
Hey, what are you going to do?
my bottle opener. But that does the trick just as well. Let's give her a sip. Ooh, it's
Maybe even better.
bubbly right off the top. Can't even. I was driving home from the store with these beers in the back of my car. I had them in one of those 6-pack holders, and I made like
Which
kind
kind?
of a,
Which kind?
you know those cardboard holders that like a 6-pack comes in
Oh, for bottles.
for bottles, right? Well,
Okay.
in cans too, but I made like a sharp turn, and they all like fell out in the backseat of my car. And I was like, ah, shit. But luckily,
Okay. Oh, that sucks.
Luckily, they didn't get shaken up or anything. This is really good. This is very strong for just a regular old IPA. Unless it's been so long that I haven't had an IPA, but it hasn't. So I don't know why this is so strong right now. But it's really good. Let me take another sip.
Yeah. Gonna really go for it, huh?
Yeah, that's very floral. Very floral. It's very floral and slightly dank. You know, some beers can be pretty dank. Some IPAs can be really dank. This is a little dank and a little malty on the what do you call it, on the end? Not on the end, on the back end, right? Like, you know, once you like take the sip and it goes down your throat and all that. I see you in the Discord channel, by the way.
Me too.
This is got a little maltiness on the back end, but for the most part, it's pretty floral and pretty. What was I saying? It was. I can't even remember what I was saying. It was pretty floral and pretty dank, and not, a little bitter. Obviously, it's an IPA. I don't think I've ever had it. I don't think I've ever had an IPA from Deschutes. This is really good.
No.
No.
I've definitely had that one.
Yeah. How do you like it from when you remember?
I don't remember it that well. I do remember really liking the Chainbreaker, which is their white IPA. I think that's the one.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know that.
I think that's the name of it.
Deschutes is a family and employee-owned brewery. That's cool.
Oh, good for them. And they are in Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah, they're in Bend, Oregon.
Well, do you know anything about them?
I do not. What do you know about them? What can you tell us?
I don't know much. That's why I was hoping maybe you could bring some of that to the table for the...
Well, what I was going to bring to the table, for this beer anyway, is a commercial description. It's ununtapped.
Perfect.
Enter, if you will, all the glorious aromatic complexity of the hop. This big, bold IPA's intense multi-hop kick gets a subtle dose of restraint from select crystal and caramel malts. Ooh, I can taste. I can actually finally taste the malt in a beer for discriminating hopheads. Hoppy, malty, smooth, sweet, floral. It is all those things, and it's a really good brewer, really good beer there, Tim. Anyway, I see you're in the Discord, so I don't know if you're looking at the app now. It's a little weird, confusing to use at first, but it's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. On the left, you got your...
easier to use if my mouse wasn't...
That's true, too.
Foobar.
On the left, you got the channels. There's text channels and there's voice channels. If you click into the voice channels, anyone else that's in the voice channel will be able to hear us and listen to us talk and all that good stuff. But since there's nobody else in here right now, there's really no sense in doing that. But anyway, Tim, are you able to do your first beer for tonight from your brewery?
I am.
Fantastic.
What's that?
I said fantastic. Sorry.
The reason why I wanted to be able to have my mouse work is so I could pull up everything while I talk about it. So, my brewery this week is Mikkeller in general. It's started out in Denmark. I don't know if you're familiar with Mikkeller.
I'm not. How do you spell that?
Mikkeller. It's named after the brewery founder, whose name is Mikkel, Mikkel. So what does it say here? High school teacher and journalist. No, that was somebody else. The brewery was founded by two home brewers, Mikkel Deschutes, and then Christian Karp Keller was the... Oh, so maybe it's Mick Keller, because that's his first name and his last name. That makes sense.
Right.
So they started out as a gypsy brew, having their beers contracted in other breweries or brewed in other breweries. They didn't have their own. Eventually, they opened up their own bar where they would sell their beer. They opened up a second bar with Tool Brewing, also out of Denmark. Eventually, they opened up a designated bottle shop. Then they opened up a bar in San Francisco, which is a licensing deal. It's not officially owned by them. Then just recently, they opened up Mikkeller SD, which is its own brewery. I believe Mikkel primarily brews there. And they are in the process of opening, or they have opened, and we talked about this with, I believe, Andrew, Mikkeller City Field, which is in City Field, which I think is in Boston or Massachusetts, not sure exactly, where they're going to have a brewery, a fully functioning brewery that's inside of the City Field baseball park. So they've kind of expanded. They started out brewing in other people's breweries and with some buzziness. That's why I think it's funny you haven't heard of them. I mean, just some kind of word of mouth, buzziness, getting pushed. They have really grown. So what now, because of Mikkeller SD, I get a lot of their beers out here in Los Angeles that are being brewed in San Diego.
Nice.
In fact, when I went to the store, I was even looking for some of the original, from Denmark stuff that you could usually see in bottles. Sometimes still you could even find. I couldn't find any of it. So I think that they're pretty focused, especially here in Southern California, primarily on the San Diego stuff. So they're doing pretty good. And so I'm gonna start out with a beer from them that I've actually had before. But I was very excited when I originally had it. So I've actually had it a couple times, but I'm happy to try it again because I just really like it. And it is the Raspberry Blush.
Raspberry Blush.
Raspberry Blush. So their art style, I don't know if you have it pulled up, is really kind of cool. They've got a very particular art style. It's all characters drawn, I believe, by the same person. And if they have other stuff done by different artists, it's all kind of within the same similar family. They make the characters look very similar. It's usually a guy with a hat or a lady with blonde hair. This one it's the lady. She's smearing raspberries onto her cheeks to make blush. It's a kind of a flat, non-glossy sticker on a plain silver can. It's raspberry blush, and the Mikkeller San Diego. It's always very cool because they have a little anvil on the bottom of their Mikkeller San Diego seal, which I think is meant to denote their friendship with Ale Smith. That's from San Diego, one of the original San Diego breweries. They do a lot of stuff with them, and it just feels like a nice little nod to include that as part of their Mikkeller San Diego logo. And it'll be a basic. It's just the beer with the sticker. The art kind of takes center stage. The description of the beer will usually be just the description, and they don't go any further than that. This says, Berliner-style Weiss beer brewed with raspberries and coffee.
Wow.
So this is coffee and raspberries, maybe something you wouldn't expect together.
I would not expect those two things together.
Again, fair shakes, fair dinkum to everybody listening. I have tried this before, so I know somewhat what to expect. But they've done a few different batches of this, so you never know. Ooh, yeah, this one the coffee's coming through. You can, when I poured it on the table just next to me, the coffee comes through more than anything. But then when I hold it up to my nose in the glass, the raspberry comes in sweet, but there's also a good amount of coffee there as well.
Right.
Yeah, this is it's a really interesting balance of flavors. It's a nice, bright kind of yellow, jammy color, effervescent head that's a little tinge of pink, and yeah, I guess I'll give it a taste, huh?
You should definitely give it a taste. I'm looking at the can art right now. It's very quirky. It's very sort of simple, semi-minimal type of cartoony art. It's pretty cool though. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. So yeah, this is about where I remember it last time. The coffee is in the front a little bit. The raspberry balance is sweet, a little tart, salty, not really salty. And then towards the end, the coffee kind of balances out with a little bittering to not leave you with kind of like a sugar smack on your tongue. So you kind of leave out nice, crisp, dry with coffee on the end. I really, really enjoy this beer. The first time I had it on draft, and I gave it, I think, 3.75 bottle caps or something. The second time I had it, it was in a can, just like it is now, and I gave it that five bottle cap. And I think I'd stick with that 5 bottle cap. I think there's something about the aging in the can that brings out a little bit more of the coffee, balances out the raspberry even more. Yeah, this is a great beer. I highly recommend it to anybody who can get their hands on it. It is a tough one to find, but yeah, if you can get it, I say go for it.
That sounds really good. I would be hesitant to try just because I can't imagine a beer that's coffee and raspberry would taste good. But you're saying it tastes good. You're saying it's balanced well, right? The flavors?
I'm saying it tastes great.
Wow. That is interesting. I almost want to try that now. Like I would, try a little taster of that. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could drink a whole bottle or can.
Yeah.
But
well, and it's nice because out here, the Mikkeller Los Angeles, I didn't even mention that. There is a bar in Los Angeles. It took me the longest to go to the Mikkeller LA than the other ones, which is kind of funny. The Mikkeller Los Angeles, they do flights every Mondays.
Nice.
And the flights are, I think they're like $5 off on Mondays. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. I think that they probably do something similar at most of the Mikkeller bars. So unfortunately, I guess the closest one for you would probably be the City Field one.
Where's that?
Maybe. Like I said, I think that's like Boston. I don't even know if that is closer than here.
I think I'm a little closer to L.A. and San Diego than I am to Boston, Tim.
Think so?
I know so. I'm confident that,
Okay.
that I'm closer to you than. I feel like it would take me. I mean, Colorado's kind of in the middle of the state of the country, but it's more towards the left. It's more towards the left middle than the right middle. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
We're
You say so.
we're on the west side of the Mississippi. Our station call letters still have K's. Start with K's here. On the other side
Yeah,
of the
but that's
Mississippi,
not a very good. That's not a very good measuring system. The Mississippi really is. That's like a third of the country is on the other side.
well, I mean, it's good enough for TV stations to use. So it's good enough for somebody.
Yeah, but TV stations were invented when people didn't live in like most of these states.
That's true. That's very true. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Oh yeah,
true.
what are you giving it on Untapped? And I'll have to do the same thing.
Well, I don't know if I'll rate it again. I don't usually rate
Oh,
stuff so many times.
So you gave it a 3.75. So that's fine.
But like I said, I would still give it the 5. I would still stick with the 5.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna give mine the inversion IPA. I'm gonna give it a 3.75. 3.75 on Untapped. So, and I unlocked.
Yeah, you're definitely right. You're
Wait,
definitely
no.
right. You're definitely way closer to San Diego.
Yeah, just a tad closer. Anyway, anything else you want to say about your beer tonight, Tim?
No, that's it for me.
Well, fantastic. I think what we'll do is we'll go on our first break, and when we come back, we'll do our second beer. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
All right, cool. We will be right back.
Place to Be Nation's JT Rosero and Chad Campbell here. We want to let you know that we have a ton of great podcasts available to you on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and PlayStation.com, and we offer those to you on 3 great feeds. On the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed, we bring you the Mothership, the original Place to Be podcast, as well as Main Event, Lucha Afterground, and our monthly pay-per-view reaction shows, as well as the Our Vantage Point podcast and Jeff Learns Wrestling. In addition to these full-length shows, we also deliver quick-hit pod blasts on topics old and new.
All right, we're back. Tim, really quick, your brewery's called Mikkeller, right?
Right.
They should be cheeky and release a beer called Mikkeller Ultra Light.
They should. That would be a good one.
Just to be trolls.
I think, but is it called Ultra Light or is it just called Mikkeller Ultra? Or Michelob?
Michelob Ultra. Yeah, now that I think about it, you're right. But yeah, they should.
But either way.
They should totally be called Mikkeller Ultra.
Right.
Cheeky bastards. So I'm doing Deschutes tonight. Tim, you're doing the good old Mikkeller. Here's a little bit of backstory on Deschutes. It's as co-owners of Deschutes. This is from the website, by the way. We are proud to be family.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
What?
So before anyone jumps down my asshole, the Mikkeller City Field it's in New York. It's not in Boston. Sorry, everybody.
I want to issue a rare correction.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as co-owners of Deschutes, we are proud to be family and employee-owned. We are dedicated to our core values and live them every day by honoring our customers, delivering quality, working as a team, doing our best, and next time doing it better, building a healthier society, celebrating the culture of beer, and owning it. Obviously, that's PR gibberish. Let me ask you this really quick, Tim. Let me ask you something. I had this job not too long ago where one of their like one of the cornerstones of this job was like fail. If you're gonna fail fast. And I never really understood what they meant by that. What does that mean? Fail. If you're gonna fail fast.
I guess don't drag it out. It's probably, I would assume that it's kind of off of like, in some ways based to the concept of like sunk costs fallacy, and the idea that like once you put effort and it's tried to work on something, that you try to see it out to see if you can make it work. But rather than doing that, if something's not working, just jettison it and consider it a failure as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you can move on to something that'll work.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I didn't like that was one of their mottos to live by, like fail and fail fast. Like why would you encourage your employees to fail at all? If anything, you should be doing the complete opposite. Like only succeed. That's all that matters in this company. You just succeed. You know, don't even use the word failure. You know, don't even use the word.
In fact, yeah, we dropped that word from your language. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Like
I don't want to hear a single one of you even say the word failure.
There's no mistakes here. You know what I mean?
That would be a good one.
And never apologize.
Our pencils don't have erasers.
Exactly. And never apologize for your beliefs. I think if you really believe something deep down in your core, you should stick to it, even if people prove you wrong. That's what the president does.
Don't listen to other people's points. Don't let your opinions get swayed by facts or reason.
Or truth. You know,
yeah, who cares about truth?
As Stephen Colbert once famously said, the truth has a well-known liberal bias.
Remember when I talked about that? About how truthiness was the kind of the forebearer of fake news?
Yeah, it was. I remember.
It really was.
Yeah. I think it's funny that fake news came to be a thing in the last year or so. I mean, I've been seeing fake news since like 2008, 2007 and like it's not new, people. Just because you're now discovering it doesn't mean this shit hasn't been going on for a long time. You know what I mean?
Right. And like one pill to make your dick grow 17
times. That's the thing.
That's fake news.
You can't complain about clickbait because before the internet, we had clickbait. It was just called news headlines. You know, stuff to tease you, to say, how did this 8-year-old boy get shredded to pieces? Well, tune in after the commercial break to find out. You know what I mean? Like that's essentially like the broadcast version of clickbait. You know what I mean? It's teasing you a little bit, and then it just says, "Oh, well, he actually just died of dysentery. It wasn't anything exciting or anything like that."
No, they come back. And like, it was actually he made a replica of himself out of paper, and it got shredded in a paper shredder.
That's a better one. That's a far better example. But yes, you get the idea. But anyway, why are we going off on this tangent? 11. Film at 11 was the old term. Film at 11. Yeah. But you're on the right track. Anyway, Tim, let's get back on track.
Let's.
I'm doing Deschutes.
What track are we even on?
The beer track, I believe. I'm doing Deschutes. You're doing good old Mikkeller. My next beer, Tim, from Deschutes. This looks really refreshing too. I don't know why, because I think it's because it's kind of a blue label. The Mirror Pond Pale Ale. IBU is 40. 40 IBU units. 5.0 ABV. This is it's a pale ale. Their type of art is very sort of straightforward, sort of like scenic, almost like scenic landscape type art. Because the inversion had sort of like a rising sunrise, I think, over some brown mountains and some clouds, and this one just kind of has like a mount. There's like a road, not a road. There's a bridge between some forests, and there's like a mountain in the distance. It's very straightforward. Nothing too quirky or weird, like like how your brewery is kind of quirky and cartoony and stuff. This is more straightforward. Let's open her up, shall we?
Right. Let's do it.
Let's do that. Oh man, I did not like using a can opener as a beer opener. Whatever. Anyway, that smells good. That smells good right off the bat, Tim. It smells pretty good. Again, so Deschutes is out of Bend, Oregon. They're employee-owned, which I think is pretty cool. I think we've mentioned on the show before that New Belgium is employee-owned. I wonder how does that work? How much of a stake do they get in the company? I wonder.
I wonder as well. I'd like to find out someday.
There's got to be some kind of like decent 401k and retirement plan that you can get once if you work for the company long enough, I would imagine.
Right. You would assume.
I would assume.
You would hope.
I would hope. Yeah, seriously. Let's give her a sip. Whoa, that's good. Little maltiness.
How good is it?
Super smooth, like really smooth, really smooth. Little maltiness on the back end for sure. Not a hop forward beer, not a strong beer. But yeah, it's like really smooth and like not in your face. Like sorry. Compared to other pale ales, this one goes down super smooth. You know how pale ales can be. They don't always go down. This one actually is this is a really smooth beer. Have you ever had this, by the way? I know you said you've had Deschutes before.
I don't know if I've had that one. Let me pull up your thing. Have you checked in on Untapped on it? No.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna give her the old score at Untapped, which you again follow us. I'm at Della Boots. Tim is at Lucha Undead. Let's see here. Mirror.
I am.
Mirror on the wall. There it is. It's got an overall score of 3.61 on Untapped. Here's the commercial description. The quintessential Northwest Pale Ale, Cascade hops, and more Cascade hops give this tonic-colored ale delicious hop-forward aroma and flavor. Pale malt allows the hops to linger, not overpower. Well, they're certainly lingering in this beer. Smooth, hoppy, light, sweet, and malty. Yeah, like I said, right off the bat, it's super smooth beer to drink. Like I was kind of shocked by that. Like I said, when I think of a pale ale, like say Oscar Blues famous pale ale, you know, it's a good beer, but it doesn't go down smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this one does. I'm gonna give this a rating on Untapped right now. It's got a 3.61. I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna do a 3. Oh, well, you can't do between 3 point. I'm going to do a 3.75.
All right.
That's a safe score to give a beer, I think. You don't want to
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. So that's done. That's a good beer. I'm really shocked at how. Have you ever had a smooth pale ale like this?
You know what? I haven't had that. Wait, you know what? No, I haven't had that Mirror Pond. Now that I can see the art, I have not tried that one. I've had some smooth pale ales. That's for sure, but not ones that I think I like as much as you seem to like this one.
I like it a lot. Like I said, the Oscar Blues Pale Ale is the one that I probably have drank the most when it comes to pale ales. And after a while, it just gets to be too much even. But this one, like I feel like I could drink this a lot. Like this is a good sessionable beer, just because of how smooth it is. I remember that was why back in the day I really enjoyed drinking Guinness, because Guinness is like a super smooth, stout. And now I've found a good super smooth pale ale, so that's good. What's your second beer for tonight, Tim?
My second beer is going to be from Mikkeller. It is the Windy Hill. I don't believe I've tried this one before.
Windy Hill.
Yeah, it says it's a New England style India Pale Ale. It's the same thing. It's got the art. This one's interesting. It's the same kind of art design, but they got the guy's hat's getting blown off, and the girl is standing next to him, and she's also getting blown in the wind. Nice light blue kind of color on the sticker. Open her up.
Hear that? Open a cold one with the boys.
Cracking a coldie with the boys, as they say. Let me pour some of this out into this glass. Adrian, what kind of glass do you drink out of for the show?
You know, I haven't been rocking any glasses tonight, and I haven't in a while.
Oh.
Well, actually, no, I have a tulip glass, which I really like.
Okay.
It's too small, though. I want to get a nice, big, fat tulip glass.
Okay.
The kind that you actually find in breweries and stuff. I have sort of it's not really a tulip glass, but it's similar in shape, except it's taller. So
Okay.
you could pour it, because with my tulip glass, like it's small, so you can pour in a whole beer, but you have to kind of wait for the foam to fizzle down, and you don't want to overspill it. I have a couple of taller tulip glasses that I use frequently that are really good, and that's really all I use. I mean, I have a Pilsner glass, I have a stout glass and stuff, but those things I never use those. I have a
What's the Pilsner glass shape?
It's super. It's tall. It's like really skinny and long. So it's like a tall, skinny glass, and it's just it takes up. I can't even put it in my regular cabinet where I have all my other glasses because it's so tall. I have to put it in the cabinet above the above.
Does it have a footing or?
Yeah. It has a base or whatever you want to call it. Footing, is that what you call it?
Well, does it have a footing like on a goblet or chalice or whatever?
Like the thing at the bottom that kind of like sticks out so it doesn't just tip over. Yeah. In fact, all my glasses do, except for obviously the stout glass is wide enough that it doesn't need it. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mostly just use my tulip glass and my taller tulip glass. I have like two taller tulip style glasses. I don't think you call them that, but they're similar in shape. And I have like 3 Heffenweisen glasses. I don't know why I have 3. I have like 3 of them. And those, you know how tall those are.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
And those really are good for like Hefeweizens, wheat beers, lagers, things like that.
Right. I do enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just heard someone talking about that they didn't like shaker pint glasses, which I happen to have a couple of them. I don't understand why anyone would have really an issue with them, but
Shaker pint. Let's see.
it's just the regular pint glass.
I like
Straight,
those actually.
tapered.
I have a glass like that as well. And yeah, those are just very straightforward. I mean, they're not fancy beer glasses, but they're pretty cool. Let's see.
So yeah, this is pretty turpin, but not insane. Kind of hazy, light cream colored head, thick, can't see through it at all. But it's not that real insane kind of orangey juice color. It looks more like just a little bit more pale yellow, not kind of bright and vibrant.
Yeah.
Smells hoppy. Smells a little citrusy, a little fruity. Let me give it a little taste, huh?
You should definitely do that. Now, you mostly drinking out of cans tonight, it sounds? I got all bottles tonight.
Yeah, all my. Like I said, I was trying to look for the bottle stuff, but they didn't have any. Yeah, grapefruit, citrus, little pine. Definitely pretty bitter. It's not like one of these insane juicy fruit bombs like you might expect from a New England IPA. Pretty well balanced, all in all, though. It's got a 4-star on here. I think I'd probably put it at a 3.5 personally. It's a little watery. Don't get that really nice mouthfeel that you expect from a New England IPA, or that I expect from a New England IPA.
Yeah.
It really it has some of the flavor, but it also has the body of just a West Coast IPA. Still good, but I wouldn't go crazy for it.
So you're not too fond of it, but it's a good beer overall.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, it looks like I have checked in on this one before.
Well, look at you. You're just the check-in master.
It's true. Last time I gave it, I don't know, 3 and something? 3 3/4? No, 4 3/4, it looks like. This time, 3.5. So I will just get rid of that old one.
There
And
you go.
yeah. Now it was like it was never there. Yeah, I don't hate this, but I'm not insane for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I feel like, and please stop me if you think I'm full of shit. I feel like pale ales are kind of hit or miss.
Well, it's an IPA, but it's a New England IPA.
I thought you said it was a Windy Hill Pale Ale. I could have sworn I heard you say
No,
that.
Windy Hill, New England, India Pale Ale.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I actually wrote down
fine.
Pale Ale, and I thought I heard
You
you
don't
say
have to apologize.
that. Interesting.
I definitely like it, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to go out of my way to drink it again. I mean, it does go to show that I didn't even remember that I had it before.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I sort of had this thinking where any IPA is going to be a good IPA, but there's bad IPAs out there, and I had a couple. You know,
There are.
or mediocre IPAs, if you will. There's some breweries that just make mediocre beers in general. I don't even know how they stay in business.
Nobody does.
Like, honestly, if real talk here, Blue Moon, right?
Okay.
They're okay.
Yeah.
I don't go out of my way to drink a
I
Blue.
think they're owned by ABI though.
Are they now? Okay, well,
Maybe.
that explains some things.
I would have to double check.
How do you feel about Blue Moon? Because I'm just not crazy.
Not a fan.
Not a fan, right? So
I liked that horchata one that I tried a while back.
that one was okay. I had that on the show once.
Yeah, I think you did.
It was all right.
Is Blue Moon an IPA? Pops up first. That's not it. Blue Moon, Belgian white beer, is a Belgian style wheat beer brewed by Miller Coors under the name Blue Moon. So it's a Coors. It's Miller Coors.
That's who owns it now.
Yeah,
Well, that explains how they stay in business.
that's it. Even though their beer isn't that good, it's just because it's everywhere and people drink that shit, man.
Oh yeah.
It's funny to think that it's supposed to be a Belgian wit. I haven't had a regular Blue Moon in a long time, but to say that it's supposed to be a wit beer is funny, especially because in a lot of ways it probably feels like it was there trying to have an answer to Allagash White, probably, is what I would assume.
I feel like, and this is going to sound very snobby, and because it is, Blue Moon's like the beer that people drink when they want to drink something that they consider not, like they consider it like, oh, like this is a higher end beer. Like this is a good beer. This isn't Bud Light. This isn't Corona. This is like, a big step above those beers. But it's like, it's almost on the cusp of being like what you would get with like Bud or Coors or all those other, big beer companies. But that's just me. I used to think Fat Tire was that too, but then I realized Fat Tire is actually a really good beer.
Right.
And New Belgium makes really good beers.
They sure do.
And Fat Tire, I'm pretty sure I consider that their flagship beer, and that's a really tasty beer. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
But like Blue Moon, it just doesn't do it for me. It's never really done it for me.
Yeah.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Tim. Anything else you want to say about your second beer?
No, not really.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to go on another break, and then we'll come back and we'll try our third and final beers. What do you think?
I like the sound of that.
Fantastic.
Only Feed, we dive deep inside the wrestling business with a stacked army of experts leading the way. The Feed features potpourri shows such as This Week in Wrestling, Greetings from Allentown, Psychology is Dead, Puro Potpourri, Stacy and Elliot's Bogus Journey, and the Military Industrial Suplex. We also have shows that focus intently on certain topics like Letters from Center Stage, Space City, and NWA Classics on Demand Adventure, Through the Years, Strong Style History, Strong Style Story, and Mount Olympus. Plus, the feed has the full archives of legendary shows like Titans of Wrestling, Where the Big Boys Play, Letters from Kayfabe, and much more. And on our popular Place to Be Nation Pop podcast feed, we offer such great shows as the Glenn Butler Podcast Hour Spectacular, Rank and File, PTBN Dadcast, Go Home in a Box, NBA Team, and Lucha Undead, as well as a veritable podcast heaven for comics fans with the Hard Traveling Fanboys, Sellers Points, Todd Weber's Conversation, Geek and Sassy, and Imaginary Stories podcasts.
You can find all of these current shows plus archives of our past podcasts, including The Kevin Kelly Show, as well by subscribing to all of our feeds on iTunes, and while there, be sure to rate and leave feedback as well. All of these shows, plus others available on PlaceToBeNation.com, where we cover pro wrestling, sports, movies, comics, plus in-depth stretch projects and more. Be sure to support our site by using PlaceToBeNation.com/Amazon when shopping online, and download our free PTB Vintage Vault Refresh ebooks via the links on our site. We also want to thank our friends at Bonehead's Wing Bar in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and Fall River, Massachusetts, TheHistoryOfWrestling.com, and Scott Keats' blog of Doom. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as well. PlaceToBeNation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
All right, we're back. Tim, you know what sucks?
What's that?
So the last time I flew out to California, right? We flew back. I had my water bottle on me, and the TSA said either throw the water out, or you can't take it aboard. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I already got through security. There was no way in hell I was going to go through the line again, so I just said, fuck it, and I just left the water bottle there. Right. And I like that water bottle. What happened to us?
You also had some beers that you weren't able to take.
They are in my parents' refrigerator as we speak.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, so I'm going to drink those when I get back. But anyway, what happened to us as a nation, Tim? What happened? You know what I mean?
9/11, brother.
It's like, why can't they have like... This is the government we're talking about. Why can't they afford to just have like a big liquid receptacle? And if you have liquids, instead of trashing the bottle, just pour your liquids into this receptacle and they just empty it out at the end of every shift. Like, why is that so hard? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like that there's a more elegant solution to either go throw the water out somewhere else, or you got to leave the bottle with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, is this really a threat to national security? My 20-ounce water bottle? Is this really a threat? It might be. Is this where we are now as a nation, Tim?
Most certainly.
Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I wish that I wasn't.
I feel like, I don't know.
But we deserve it in some ways, Adrian.
What would our forefathers say if they could see that? Like, just that little interaction right there with the TSA that I had. What if George Washington came back to life and he saw that shit? This is the country I founded. Thomas Jefferson. This isn't the country I signed up for. This isn't the declaration that I wrote and had everybody sign. And like this is not America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He would probably be very, very disappointed.
I feel like in that case he would be very annoyed, but with everything else that's going on, he would probably be shocked and appalled. If one of the
he'd
founding,
probably be like, that really sucks, and also, what the fuck is that thing that's the president?
I feel like at some point they would just have a heart attack. Like if you were to bring back, Thomas Jefferson to life, he'd see all the shit going on, and he would just have a heart attack. Like there'd be no, because how back in the day people were so really dramatic. Like you'd have a heart attack from getting the news that your wife was pregnant or something. I don't know.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'm saying like
maybe that wasn't about people being over dramatic, but just that people had poor heart health.
Oh, because
of their diet and not having great understanding of what was good and bad for you.
Yeah. So I just think that if they were to see what we are now as a country, they would just die. You know what I mean?
They would probably die.
20 minutes watching CNN, just dead. Just dead.
Would they die happy though?
No, that's the thing.
The worst part.
They would die not happy, not even sad. Just like
you're gonna be so happy.
They would just die. Like their heart would just stop working because it just doesn't. It can't compute what's going on in the world.
Their heart would stop working, just like all the white men in this country.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. White men don't work anymore.
Why not? What happened? What are they doing?
They're lazy. They'd rather get hooked on smack pills.
Smack pills? Mm-hmm. Well, that doesn't sound fun at all. But anyway, I digress, Tim. We're going off on a tangent again. All right, listen. We're in the home stretch.
Okay.
My brewery tonight is Deschutes. You have good old Mikkeller. My third and final beer from them, from Dechutes Brewing. This is their Pacific Wonderland Lager.
Ooh.
So I've had an IPA tonight. I've had a pale ale, and now I have a lager. It's the end of summer. I feel like it was appropriate to sort of do a nice summer send off by just drinking one final lager before we start getting into the darker stuff for the season. So let me go ahead and open her up really quick. Goddamn can openers.
Aren't they the worst?
The worst. This is a lager, so it's super light. 5.5. It's got a higher ABV than the pale ale I had. 40 IBU units, as well as it's a lager. This has really nice art. It's like I don't know. It's like a lake with some stuff popping out of the water. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, let's give her a taste. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a very sweet lagery beer. It's not a Bud Light. It's way better than that. It's super malty, but it's very smooth. I feel like this brewery just makes really smooth beers. I feel like every beer I've had tonight is just really smooth. Let's see, Pacific Wonderland. Trying to find it on Untappd here to see what the score is. For a second, when I got it, I thought, wait, does this say Pacifico? No way. I've had Pacifico, by the way.
Did we have it on the show?
No. Well, I did actually. I had it in a tall can. That's what it was. We've always believed
had bad beers.
Yeah, that was the bad beers episode. We've always believed the best way to respect tradition is to brew the unexpected. So when we set out to create a sessionable lager befitting of the Pacific Northwest, our sense of exploration led us to this dry hopped wonder, befitting of everyday adventure. Citrusy Tedang Mandarina hops combined with the crisp, bright character of a traditional lager to deliver a beer that is truly refreshing and undoubtedly worth sharing. Excuse me. Light, clean, smooth, hoppy, dry. I never believe it when they say that a lager is hoppy. I've had plenty of lagers, never taste the hops, to be perfectly honest with you. I taste the malts.
Then go ahead.
No, that's it. That's all I had to say. Go ahead.
I was going to say, there's definitely hops in there.
No, I know there is.
And you can taste them if you know what you're looking for, because they tend to be more of the, I hate to, it's a weird way to say it, but just the like kind of bitter hops that are just bitter and don't have a lot of floralness or any like other flavor notes.
I mean, this has citrusy Tettnang Mandarina hops. I mean, I don't even know what kind of hops those are. Have you heard of those? Because I haven't.
Citra?
Citrusy Tettnang Mandarina.
Mandarina hops, I think I've definitely had those. I don't know why it said that other stuff. And they're not, they don't have like a lot of flavor like that.
Right. And I'm not saying this is a bad beer, because it's not.
Right.
This is a delicious beer, actually. I really like this. I had recently by, surprise, surprise, by Odell.
Yeah.
I had their Oktoberfest Marzen style lager, which is
okay.
Good lager. But you know how I am. Like if I'm gonna drink a lager or a pale ale, I like it smooth. And you know that one isn't as smooth as this beer, and I really enjoy that because of that. I just wish I could taste the hops more. Maybe I don't have as refined a palate as you do. I don't get that, but
it's not about that. It's just...
But that's fine though. What I'm saying is that's fine because it's a smooth, light beer. So it's good.
Right.
It's good. It's a good beer. It's got a let's see, an Untapped, a 3.50. Not a horrible score.
No.
But you know what? Because I like it so much, I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Nice. Good call. Good call.
Ooh, I unlocked. Oh wait, no. This is. Do you get this nearby verified venue? And like it's like a restaurant. Yeah.
It's just advertising.
I know. Speaking of venues, by the way, Oscar Blues has a burger bar in downtown Denver that I need to go to.
What the fuck are you? Why aren't you there right now?
I don't know. I only discovered it last weekend. Oscar Blues has a freaking burger bar and like a tap room type thing. In downtown, freaking, I need to take like an Uber or a Lyft and go down there one of these days.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would be packed, but it'd be worth it.
Probably be pretty good.
Yeah, you can mark stuff on your Google Maps that you want to visit, and I marked it the other day. I was like, I have to go to this. I have to visit this someday in downtown Denver. It's called the. Oh, you're gonna like this because you like the old Chub by Oscar Blues, right?
I do.
It's called the Chub Burger Rhino.
Ooh, Chub Burger.
A little backstory: the neighborhood it's in is called the Rhino neighborhood, which is short for River North neighborhood, downtown Denver. And yeah, it's got
Gotcha.
The logo looks similar to the old Chub logo, but it says Oscar Blues Chub Burger. And yeah, they got burgers, they got fries, they got all kinds of stuff, and of course beer. So
nice.
maybe I should do an episode on that. Maybe I'll take my little recorder and just go there.
Yeah. Why haven't you already done this?
Lazy.
I feel like I've asked you this question 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah, it's like a broken record. Well, a record that
really
works,
is.
but it's a very repetitive record. It's a record that's on a loop, basically.
Yes.
Anyway, Tim, what's your third and final beer tonight?
My third and final beer from Mikkeller is actually a collab beer with Green Cheek Brewing.
Ooh.
Out of the beautiful Orange County area of Southern California. I've been to the brewery. I've been to Green Cheek. It's pretty great. They have a lot of really good New England style IPAs, a lot of haze bombs there. And this beer from them, they have a lot of different, they've actually done a couple different collabs, but this time I got the newest, freshest, hottest collab from Mikkeller and Green Cheek. It is called Lemon Drip. It's, if you check out the art, it's kind of similar to the other one, but it's more, I guess, just, I don't know how to put it, like a more like an updated kind of different style. They've got the parrot, which is Green Cheek's logo. He's got a coffee cup, a coffee mug balanced on his beak as the Mikkeller guy is squeezing a lemon into it. And it says, our twist on an Arnold Palmer uses Portola coffee instead of black tea, and what we would call a coffee lemonade style Berliner Weiss.
Nice.
So I was very excited to try this, knowing that it's in some ways it's similar to that raspberry blush that I really like. It's a coffee lemonade Arnold Palmer kind of beer. I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, Mikkeller probably has a lot of coffee stuff because one of their first really kind of knockout popular beers was the Beer Geek Breakfast. That's a coffee stout that a lot of people really like. So this port, if you looked at this, you could be fooled into thinking that it was just any other lager or stout. It's a little hazy, like an unfiltered Pilsner or something. You wouldn't know what's going on. But even from my chair, which I'm probably maybe 1.5 feet away from the glass, I can smell coffee grounds coming through. Oh, when you smell it, when I give it a smell, it's mostly lemon coming through.
And that's the second coffee beer that you have tonight, by the way.
Yeah, from the same brewery. That's Adrian. Your listening skills are very bad.
No, they're not. I'm just pointing out the fact.
I just said the reason why they probably have multiple coffee beers is because their one of their first very popular beers that stood out was the Beer Geek Breakfast, which was a coffee stout.
That part
so
I
that's
heard.
Probably why they have coffee.
I heard breakfast. I didn't hear the last part. So
Okay.
Selective listening. Let's chalk it up to selective listening, shall we?
Okay. Well, that's probably why they have these multiple coffee beers.
Okay. That's fine. That's great.
So I give it a smell, and it's kind of a mixture of a little roasted coffee with some like almost sweet, maybe like lemon ginseng tea kind of flavor coming off of it. All right, I'm gonna have to taste this. Ooh. Huh, that's really interesting.
What's interesting about it?
Well, it almost tastes like a more like if someone was making a natural organic like lemon Gatorade.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of what is it? Selenium? Not selenium. But when it's got a lot of salt, what is that called?
Sodium.
No, not what is, how do you say sodium? There's a word for when water has salt, a lot of salt in it. It's the level of saltiness for water.
Salinity.
Salinity, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's got like that salinous mouthfeel with like a lemony fruitiness. The coffee really doesn't come through to me very strong at all, honestly. Let me try it again and see if I'm missing something here. You can definitely smell it. You can taste it a little bit, but it kind of just gives it that balance, like the bitter from the tea playing off of the lemon. I could definitely see calling it like Arnold Palmer-esque, but it doesn't come through super strong to me for that. I probably would have liked some more like kind of herbal, something herbal in here would probably help it for me. But yeah, it's definitely, I enjoy it. The coffee's not super strong. The lemon comes through, like I said, but not super tart. Pretty tart, but not insane. Not really sweet. It's just really balanced, honestly.
Is it because lemon and coffee, those things to me, those flavors to me are like on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. But you're saying, again, with this beer, that it's pretty well balanced with all those flavors, right?
Right, yeah. It's interesting that it is so balanced. I really like it. I'm seeing some people on here not liking it too much.
I mean, I can imagine why.
It has a 4 cap rating though, but people are putting like in their tasting notes are saying like it's not very good, which is interesting for me. I could see maybe thinking like the lemon cough drops, maybe thinking it's a little lemon cough droppy.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I enjoy this. Like I said, it's balanced. I'm happy that I got another can. I might even save it in case you ever come out here. You can give it a try, or maybe save it to give to somebody special.
Well, thanks for that.
So let them know.
No, honestly, I need to try both of these beers that you've had tonight that have coffee in them because I almost don't believe that they're that good. You know what I mean?
Well, this one's a special collab, so who knows how long it'll exist. But the other one,
I like you say collab. Isn't it pronounced collab?
I don't know. Collaboration.
Collaboration, collab. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's the difference between the way we're saying it?
Well, collab, like I think it's just a short, like you say the word collaboration, so short form would be collab, you know.
Okay.
But you're
And
probably
I'm saying
you're
collab.
probably right. What do I know?
I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just
saying it's interesting that you pronounce it that way. You know what I mean?
okay. Well, I'll remember that. But yeah, this one's a collab, so it may or may not exist for very long.
Gotcha.
But if you could find it, I would say definitely give it a try. I'll probably put her at 4.5. Again, like I said, I'm happy I got another one of these to enjoy later, or to share. Maybe I'll save it and share.
Yeah.
I wonder if it can condition in that can. I wonder if there'll be a problem. I wonder what this will taste like if I let it sit for a while.
I mean, it's not going to age or anything, is it?
I mean, it might.
It might. Yeah, you're right. It might.
Yeah, so that's what I thought about that one. I liked it quite a bit. Adrian, what are we doing now?
Well, I got to say, I like Arnold Palmer. In fact, at my work, we have one of those like Avanti markets. You know what Avanti markets are? It's like a little...
Don't know.
Huh?
Don't know.
So it's like a mini like convenience store in your work. Imagine like racks of like snacks, like chips and you know, crackers and cookies and candy and all and drinks and all that. And then there's like a little kiosk thing. You just scan the barcode of whatever you want to buy, swipe your card or insert money, and then that's it. That's literally what it is. It's an Avanti market. And we have one of those at my work, and they have, you know, there's like coolers with like all the different drinks. There's like sodas and juices and stuff. Today, and this is the second time since I've been working at this new job, that I've gotten an Arnold Palmer by Arizona Iced Tea. You know, Arizona Iced Tea, you get a big tall can of juice for like $1.50. And I didn't realize how much I liked an Arnold Palmer. A combination of lemonade and iced tea. That shit's good. But I can't imagine a beer that's like that, but with freaking coffee. That's why you should save me that, because I would love to try that someday.
Okay.
I know I'm not special enough for you, but hey. You know. Anything else you want to say about that beer tonight, Tim?
No. Nothing else that I really want to say about it.
Fantastic. So, Tim, when we come back, we're going to announce our third and final top beer. So we'll be right back.
Thanks.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey, pro wrestling announcer Kevin Kelly here. I want to make sure you are all subscribed to all the great feeds here at Place to Be Nation. It's really easy to do. Just head to iTunes or your preferred podcatcher app today and search and subscribe to the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed, which of course includes the full archives of the Kevin Kelly Show, the Place to Be Nation pod feed, and the Pro Wrestling Only feed. Subscribe, listen, and then rate us and leave feedback today. And be sure to give Justin your true thoughts. I mean, don't hold back. After all, he is kind of a jerk. Just listen to Scott.
Place to Be Nation's JT Rosero and Chad Campbell here. We want to let you know that we have a ton of great podcasts available to you on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and PlayStation.com, and we offer those to you on 3 great feeds. On the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed, we bring you the Mothership, the original Place to Be podcast, as well as Main Event, Lucha Afterground, and our monthly pay-per-view reaction shows, as well as the Our Vantage Point podcast and Jeff Learns Wrestling. In addition to these full-length shows, we also deliver quick-hit pod blasts on topics old and new.
Over on the Pro Wrestling Only feed, we dive deep inside the wrestling business with a stacked army of experts leading the way. The feed features potpourri shows such as This Week in Wrestling, Greetings from Allentown, Psychology is Dead, Puro Pourri, Stacy and Elliot's Bogus Journey, and the Military Industrial Suplex. We also have shows that focus intently on certain topics like Letters from Center Stage, Space City, and NWA Classics on Demand Adventure, Through the Years, Strong Style History, Strong Style Story, and Mount Olympus. Plus, the feed has the full archives of legendary shows like Titans of Wrestling, Where the Big Boys Play, Letters from Kayfabe, and much more. And on our popular Place to Be Nation Pop podcast feed, we offer such great shows as the Glenn Butler Podcast Hour Spectacular, Rank and File, PTBN Dadcast, Go Home in a Box, NBA Team, and Lucha Undead, as well as a veritable podcast heaven for comics fans with the Hard Traveling Fanboys, Sellers Points, Todd Weber's Conversation, Geek and Sassy, and Imaginary Stories podcasts.
You can find all of these current shows plus archives of our past podcasts, including The Kevin Kelly Show, as well by subscribing to all of our feeds on iTunes, and while there, be sure to rate and leave feedback as well. All of these shows, plus others, available on PlaceToBeNation.com, where we cover pro wrestling, sports, movies, comics, plus in-depth stretch projects and more. Be sure to support our site by using PlaceToBeNation.com/Amazon when shopping online, and download our free PTB Vintage Vault Refresh ebooks via the links on our site. We also want to thank our friends at Bonehead's Wing Bar in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and Fall River, Massachusetts, TheHistoryOfWrestling.com, and Scott Keats' Blog of Doom. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as well. PlaceToBeNation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Hey, Tim, we're back. Before we get into it, what's that?
Are we back?
We are back. Before we get into it, I want to read just a little bruise in the news, if you don't mind, if you want to indulge me for a second.
News of the bruise.
So I didn't realize how big of a business this Untapped thing was. Now, I'm not reading this because I'm like trying to shill for Untapped. Don't hail corporate me, you guys. Okay, if you guys are on Reddit, you know what that means. I'm only reading this because it's relevant. So here we go. The fast-growing Wilmington tech company is approaching 100 employees. Nestled between the bars and restaurants of downtown Wilmington, is one of the fastest-growing tech companies in the region. And as NextGlass and subsidiary Untapped add employees, the company's footprint on South Front Street could get larger. NextGlass launched in 2014 at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington's Marbionic Center. Founder Kurt Taylor created a mobile app that helps people choose beer and wine based on chemistry and personal taste. I don't know if there was a wine aspect to it. Last year, NextGlass acquired Untapped, a social networking... No, that explains it. Last year, NextGlass acquired Untapped, a social networking site that lets users rate beers and check in at their favorite watering holes. Since then, the company has launched software that's become its biggest moneymaker, Untapped for Business, and headquarters at 21 South Front Street have blossomed. We started selling our first business products beginning at the start of 16, and at the time we had like 2 or 3 salespeople, maybe 17 overall, Taylor said. Between now and at the end of the year, we'll cross over 100. Untapped now fills most of 3 floors of the downtown building, formerly Charlie Brown's, and well before that, a furniture store. Developer James Goodnight renovated the building over the past couple years, turning it into a sleek sales space with whiteboard walls, work lounges, wall monitors showing real-time use of the apps, and of course, a small bar. The roughly 85 employees in the building even have access to a rooftop lounge with a full view of Front Street. How awesome would that be to work in a job that's, a beer app, and there's a little bar there, and maybe after work or maybe during your lunch break, discreetly you can have a beer for lunch. Like that. How awesome would that be, Tim?
That would be pretty great, actually.
You know what I mean? But with Untapped now serving 5 million users and counting, the company is constantly adding employees. 5 will come on staff in September. The downtown headquarters says room for maybe 15 more people before company leaders have to get creative. That's a problem I've been trying to ignore, Taylor said. We would have wanted to get the rest of our team somewhere on our block. One solution could be another Goodnight property at the corner of Foot and Mark. Okay, so this is a super local article. This is from Star News Online, which I didn't realize how local this was. But I just thought it was interesting to hear that Untapped is a growing, blossoming tech startup, and it's an app that we use on this show all the time. So there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, 100 employees. That's I mean, for a small tech startup, that's pretty good. But yeah, so there you have it. Untapped. Follow us at Dula Boots. Follow us at Lucha Undead. Tim, I think you know what time it is, right?
What time is it?
It's time to announce our top beer.
That's exciting.
Can I copyright the echo effect? Can I do that? Is that
I don't
possible?
think you can.
I can't do that. Ah.
I don't think you can copyright
Someone else
Echo.
is gonna rip that off. I promise you, it's gonna happen.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember Parm saying that he even did the ads with Echo because of his inspiration from you?
Oh well, if I can inspire one person, I've done my job as a human being.
It's true.
Anyways, Tim, I'm gonna let you do the honors.
He got out of the game, though. I mean,
Oh, did he?
Podcasting after that, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He went dark. He went silent for
He retired.
That's too bad.
Dropped the mic on him.
Tim, what's your top beer tonight? It's kind of tough for me tonight too, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
I've had all good beers tonight.
I liked all my beers pretty solidly. The New England India Pale Ale is definitely not in the top beer spot. The other two, though, the Raspberry Blush I like a lot. But there is something to the fact that I feel weird because of that I had it before and I want to like the other one more, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Raspberry Blush as my top beer.
Okay. Fantastic. Raspberry Blush is your top beer. Well, that makes sense. First of all, second of all, I'm kind of torn, Tim.
Okay.
Because I haven't had much from Deschutes, and tonight I've had 3 of their fine beers. I liked all of them. So maybe I'll just do a process of elimination. How about that?
Okay.
Their pale lager was a super smooth lager, and their pale ale was a super smooth pale ale, but I feel like it wasn't up to snuff as far as a beer that I would drink often, right? So that one's out. So now it's down to the 2, the Inversion IPA or the Pacific Wonderland Lager. Now, if you know me, you know that I like IPAs. You know, I'm a bit of a hophead, as they say.
This is true.
But I'm gonna go against the grain, Tim. I'm gonna choose the Pacific Wonderland Lager as my top beer tonight. And
nice.
I'll tell you why. Next summer, I'm gonna look out for this beer, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, where is that smooth, delicious lager that I had last summer? At the end of last summer, that I really liked.
Beers of the summer.
That are very sessionable, that taste good, that go down smooth. You know what I mean? Where is that? Oh, there it is. There's the Deschutes Pacific Wonderland Lager. So I'm gonna go with that as my top beer tonight, Tim.
Right.
There you have it. We did it.
I like that.
Another one in the can.
Another episode in the can, especially for me.
Especially for you. Yeah, you were gone for a little bit, huh?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you not gone, but you went on a little mini vacation. You went down to San Diego and stuff, right? We talked about this last time, I think.
I went to an event in San Diego. Yes.
How was that?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I think I talked about it, right?
You told me you were going, but we haven't talked about it since you've been.
Drank a lot of beers, ate a lot of food, had a lot of fun. It was a good time. You can go through my Untapped if you want to take the time to go back through and see all the beers I tried. I didn't get around to adding them to Untapped until about a week later. I did my idea of having a notepad on my phone so I could just put the stars in there.
Nice.
It was pretty good, all in all. Drive back and forth was no problem. Got to meet Brian and Greg from ST Beer Talk. Hopefully they'll be on the show sometime soon. Speaking of which, I should probably email message those lads, and
you should definitely facilitate that. Yes.
Set up that interview, Anario. Talk to them about farts and stuff. No, wait, that's not it. Talk to them about good things that people want to hear about. What are the kids like nowadays? Snapchat?
Fidget spinners.
I feel like if I had a fidget spinner when I was a kid, it would have made all the difference in my life, honestly.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah, because they're supposed to help people who have weird attention issues, and I feel like it was always been hard for me to pay attention if I wasn't like messing with stuff.
I have a fidget cube, which you can hear right now.
Okay.
You hear that? And it's pretty cool, but it kind of loses its luster after a little bit. There it is. No, but I prefer the fidget cube. I feel like it's a more elegant version of the fidget spinner.
Gotcha.
which really blew up. Of course, it's a dead fad now, but it really blew up while it was popular. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got the so you got the cube. That's
The
I
cube.
did. I actually did see that before.
Yeah, the cube, good old cube.
Elegant, he says. What's more elegant about that?
Because it's a cube.
I mean, I feel like the other one is elegant because it spins.
I can see that. I can see why you'd say that for sure. But you are a very fidgety person. I remember when we used to hang out and do the podcast or do sketches and stuff. You're always playing with something in your fingers. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always. So maybe that
Can't help
would.
it.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad thing. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of a think piece article you could find on the internet right now that talks about that the headline is probably like people who fidget with their fingers a lot are 12% smarter than the general population or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Probably. They're also probably more likely to kill someone. Should I get a fidget spinner that has our podcast logo on it? Should I get a bunch of them made and give them to people instead of business cards?
I wouldn't stop you. I would want 10 of those myself and just hand them out, you know?
At this point, because it's like a dead fad, it would actually almost be even funnier.
Yeah, but exactly. And retro is in, so it can already be considered a retro thing, even though it's only like, a year old.
Is that so?
Yeah, retro's like all the rage now. What are you talking about? It's all about retro.
I mean, if you say so.
It's all about retro. That's where our that's the magnum opus of our generation is that we're not creating new stuff. We're just taking old stuff and making it cool again. You know what I mean?
This is true.
We're making America great again. We're making fidget spinners cool. Again. It's only been a few months. We're gonna make typewriters and records and shit like that. Old technology. You'll see. Eventually, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna come out and say, "You know what? VHS is better than 4K." Right?
It is.
They're gonna
This is proven fact.
Exactly. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be listen to music on tape. Fuck CDs, fuck MP3s, Spotify. No, tape is where it's at, right, friends? Because records have, they've done their thing, but the tape is gonna come back. You'll see.
Right.
And if you don't believe in vaccinating your kids, hey, malaria is back, ladies and gentlemen. Or what is
That's
it?
pretty cool.
It's not malaria. What's the one thing you get if you don't vaccinate? It's
rubella.
It's a disease.
Rube Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg, exactly. So that's where we are as a society, Tim. It's no longer about creating things. It's just about taking with some standing on the shoulders of geniuses, bringing their work back and making it cool. At least what we perceive as cool. But I'm going on a really weird tangent here, Tim.
You are, but that's fun.
Anything you want to promote before we end the show tonight, Tim?
Go to 4imprints.com and buy yourself custom printed fidget spinners. It looks like you can get them. I mean, they're pretty cheap per spinner, but you got to buy like at least 100 of them.
Oh,
well,
that's how you get
79 cents a piece.
That's how you get it at a discount. You know what I mean?
But okay, so if you buy like, what is this, 10,000 of them, they are only $1.59 each. So
that's not bad.
It's really not. If you want to buy that many.
And where are these coming from? China or something like that? Taiwan?
I mean, probably
from China. Everything's from China.
Honestly, I hope it's from China, but it's probably not. Honestly, they do good stuff now. They don't even do stuff like this. It's probably somewhere in Malaysia. Honestly,
is China at the point where they make good stuff now?
China doesn't do this kind of shit for America anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So who's the China of today then? Taiwan,
like Malaysia or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember in Back to the Future, Doc was like, "What? Look at this. Of course it's broken. It's made in Japan." And then Marty says, "Well, all the best stuff is made in Japan." So I think that's where China is the new Japan. So somebody's got to be the new China. That's the way it works.
Maybe we're the new China.
I know, right? Because we make so much techie shit.
Make America China again. All right, everybody.
So what else did you want to plug besides that?
Oh, I was on Burning Spirits last week. When this comes out, go listen to that.
Why is it called that? Really quick.
Well, I know. Okay, so Burning is Kento Kobashi's thing. It's like a Japanese wrestling thing. It just means like having like fighting spirit or like fighting and stuff. Burning is like associated with Kento Kobashi. I don't know why, but like he has a super finisher called the Burning Hammer. I think he had it was either an actual like promotion or just a faction that was called Just Burning. So that was like his thing, but it's just a Japanese thing, man.
Yeah, see, because when I hear the words burning spirits, I literally think of a flaming cocktail. You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the visual that comes to my mind. So I was just curious if it had to do with drinking or if it was just like something. But I forget, you're part of a whole we're part of a whole wrestling network.
This is true, but Burning Spirits is on a different network.
Oh, that's
it's on
right.
Voices of Wrestling.
That's true.
Which I should probably tell people who are listening to this so that they'll know.
Yes. All right. What else? Is that it? Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, I want to plug. Follow us on Twitter, Della Boots, Lucha Undead. Same thing on Untapped, Della Boots and Lucha Undead. Keep up with what we're drinking. Join our Discord channel. You know, come interact with us. Talk to us. You know, we know people are listening. Ask us questions. Insult us. Insult me. I deserve it the most, probably.
Especially Adrian. He's a real piece of shit.
You know, we'll have fun with it. But that's pretty much all I have to plug tonight, Tim. But before we go tonight, Tim, there's one thing that we always go out on. What is that?
Do we?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. So yeah, everyone knows that life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are really all about three things, and those three things all happen to start with the same letter. And this week, I guess that letter is actually going to be C. Because of good chat, which is what me and Adrian did. Good coffee, which was in a bunch of my beers. And good china. Good night, everybody.